Hello, my name is Suckit, and we are playing all the mods tonight. Last time, I said I was going to do the bees between episodes. I did get started. We got, the centrifuge set up over here. It's all powered. It's hooked up to our storage system. And we got a little breeding chamber where we're going to breed them and where we've been summoning them. I did notice, for instance, I put down dirt nests before, and it said there are no bees in this location that will move into this nest. Well, don't you believe it, folks. I don't know if it's in all the mods change or what, but you can get bees. One of the main differences is we have all this inside instead of, in a building outside. They still won't come out in the rain. It's raining out. Bees aren't coming out of their hives. And we got ender chests. Doody-doody-doo. What we're going to do a little differently is the fluid dealing with. Now, mechanism tanks are great. For whatever reason, you can't upgrade them in the world. Like you can with the mechanism machines. I don't know what's up with that. So we are going to make some fluid drawers. These work just like storage drawers, except you can upgrade them in the world to quite an extent. And you can also lock them, which is very useful. We're going to do just that. We shouldn't have anything having passed. Well, we're going to want some honey in there. And then when we start getting stuff like, the chorus juice and whatever else, we could even put a controller down here. I don't know if they use a different controller. I don't think they do. We would just pump into it with a pipe. Is there a different controller? No. Okay. I haven't used these much. I've kind of poo-pooed them because, fluid drawer. That's silly. But they're great. I'm telling you. Now, let's see if these things are going to make a liar out of me. Nope. Green carpenter. Very nice. Let's see who else comes out. Yellow carpenters. Now, these gravel nests say there are no bees in this location that will move into this nest. And in this case, it's true. We could right-click these all day. Nothing's going to happen. So, if it'll let you put a honey treat, or whatever it is. Like for the gas bees, it's gas tears. For crystalline bees, it's nether quartz. You can look it up in JI. It'll tell you. And the way it'll tell you is it won't let you, you won't see a little right-click animation. Now, some of these guys are starting to do things. I don't know if they've produced anything yet. Honey bouncing around in here? Doesn't look like it. Okay, there's a little bit of honey in here. Just a little bit. So we're going to pop this down. It's going to go in there. We're going to lock it, and we're going to hook up an ender tank. Okay, we got it all hooked up here. We should see honey available. The other thing that we can do easily with the functional storage fluid drawers is void extra. That's exactly what we're gonna do. We'll just let it craft this up, and then we'll run over here, and we're gonna throw this one in here, so that, if we get 384 buckets of honey, which we certainly will, and then fill the ender tank, we won't have honey backing up in here. Now, these things being completely full of honey is not a problem. They'll continue to process unless the particular comb is going to produce a liquid other than honey. And there are a few like that. So this is going to really help us out. Now, this is something we didn't mess with in the last world, but you can now, we'll have to use an empty hand. You can now add upgrades to the storage controller to increase its range. This was the top of its range before, where you see the blocks, and now you can see we got a lot more room. Another one of those we can fill this whole wall. Now we've completed all kinds of quests from the beeline here. We're gonna go ahead and just cache everything in here. That's all kinds of stuff, including a bunch of levels. Let's see. Oh, limestone seeds. We don't have those. That's nice. What else do we have here? Okay, there's another quest completed. That's nice. Oh, we're full. So now that we have a good amount of bees, I want to replace our mechanism infrastructure, at least to the extent that we have a digital miner. We're going to need some netherite. Now with the steel seeds, I replaced the carbon one with enriched obsidian. We got plenty of that with our bee. And we're just going to go ahead and, make the charge pad again, make the energy tablet again, a robot, and then a digital miner. Now we definitely are going to need the netherite bees, and we're going to need the netherite crops. It's not doing thing. Oh, let's put auto output on. Right? There we go. So, instead of just doing like an ore filter, now we are going to do 32 radius here. And that's probably correct. I don't think the nether goes into the negative like the overworld does now. So let's go back. Let's start. Okay, good amount. Okay, so we got 15. We had 5. We can go ahead and easily double this just by throwing it in our induction smelter, or we could build a crusher and triple it. I think we better build a crusher. Alright, that gave us 60. One of these is the enriching factory. Here we go. Now we're back here in the nether. The next bee we need, I'm going to want 2 of them. We're going to need ourselves 2 of these nether quartz bees. We're actually going to end up needing to make 5 of them. I didn't realize they couldn't breed among themselves. We want these guys because this is their spawn egg, which we can get. And we can then use to make an Inferium bee egg, and then up the line, all the way up to Awakened Supremium. And just like the last world, the way we're going to do that is with these Pokey gene samplers. Now we're going to need to make a gene indexer. Put some of these in with the iron bees too, because we're also going to need the iron bees genetic material. And we'll just put this thing off one of our ender chests. Set it to extract. Pop a button on it, and once we start getting genetic material, it'll all go in here. Now, only the samples can go in here, so we can hook this up to the ender chest, and we'll be styling. Oh, nope, wasn't thinking. While they will pass harmlessly through, the samples pass through the centrifuges, they will not actually go into the redstone furnace, so that's alright. We'll just put it right here, and it will serve exactly the same function for us. Now we're starting to get some level 5 buildings around, so I'm starting to think about trimming the place up. One of the things that we're going to use for that we didn't use in the last world is this trowel from Quark. We didn't use it in the last world because Quark hadn't been updated to this version of the game yet, but now it has. Now what this thing does is it'll place a block on your hotbar, and the block it chooses is random, so you can get some pretty nice If you got to do like a big wall or something blank, like you can get some variation pretty easily. Nice variation, that's what I'm trying to say. Getting by with the sleeping bag over here, but it's time to start thinking about a real place to live. We're going to go down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we're going to put an elevator down. And another elevator down. Now this is going to be out of range of our, what am I trying to say? Out of the range of our feral flare lantern. So we'll be lighting this up, first with just, whatever. And then a lot more nicely. So I'm going to start digging out down here. Now we're going to have a lot of leaf blocks up here. But so the stone is more or less hidden. We're going to have a bunch of moss here on top. Okay, it's actually much later. We got a little bit of lag. I just started the game. I've learned some things. First of all, there's, if you have shaders on and you try to do one of those multi-block previews with Patchouli, the game crashes. So turn off your shaders before you do that. Now, the video software I use, OBS, when Minecraft crashes, and I always forget, OBS gets confused, and it'll just, record, a single still image as its video until you restart OBS. So there was a bunch of that, but I've really just been building and replacing infrastructure, and I've used the heck out of that trowel that is one of the last things that survived. I use that to place a lot of these blocks so that we can just get some nice variation down here in what's going to be, or what is already, the entrance to quite a few things. Now first, I made a nice little underpartment, so we have someplace to hang out, store our food. We've got our farmer's stuff back. We've got our cooking for blockhead stuff back. We got our rug back. That's very nice. I'm going to have to change the keybind for... Turn, what are we looking at off? I did run cable down and down and under, so we have a crafting grid and access to our refined storage system. Got all this different furniture, and I started using the framed flower pots, and you can put the glazed terracotta texture on them. I wish the glazed terracotta flower pot, and really every color of terracotta flower pot, was a thing in Minecraft. Still a little bare down here. We need a little more detail. But we have a nice bedroom, and we got this big fish tank that I built around here, and it wraps around, and there's a bunch of different kind of fish in there. I could actually use some more. I would like to see more fish. They tend to group up in the corners for some reason. Let's see if we can spot the tropicals. Well, they're in here. Well, back over here and down this way, I've been replacing our occultism infrastructure. And there are a few changes. The one thing I wish that the video had survived for was the divination rod. This is the occultism divination rod. These are not. You can attune them to find, they work the same. They just find different stuff, and that to me looks like the exact same texture. But also, the actual divination rod doesn't highlight Easnium in the nether anymore. You get a trail of particles going to it. It seems a little more common. I did not find a blob of more than one. We just got the crafting circles, as well as, it looks like the demon's got a lick of paint too, as well as our basic crusher, because that's still the only way to get crushed endstone, is with an occultism crusher. And we got, more of these rooms that I like to build for all the occultism panicles. I didn't have quite enough prismarine to finish, but we'll get them done. The thing I want to get back most of all is the Marid ore miner. Now we've only got a little bit of Easnium, and it's a pain anymore to find. So I got silver bees in here where we had the Prospera bees with our Pokey Pokey gene sampler. Once we get a good enough gene sample, we'll be able to make a silver bee spawn egg and throw it into the spirit fire and get an Easnium bee. Now the colonists have been doing pretty good. They seem like they're having a little trouble right now, though it looks like at least Gary is off doing something. It's a lot of blocks for the 3rd level town hall. There wasn't enough storage in the storage huts. I was like emptying them out. Like I think Gary got this far and then just started standing around. But we've got, we had trouble out here. I put another Megatorch down around here somewhere. We got ourselves basic concrete mixer. And then we finally built a composter over here. And what else have we done? I have spent so much time picking up after the cow hand. I fired them so that there aren't just cows everywhere. Now the next thing, while we're waiting for the silver bee, won't be long though. Next thing I want to do is replace some of our enchanting infrastructure. I made this extra disk drive with a fluid disk because you get a fluid disk of any size in here, and just the scales are so different that this starts to become completely meaningless. What we want to do, though, we're going to use some stuff from thermal to help us get there. We want an alchemical imbuer. And these things are cool. These will allow us to just make potions as a liquid, and with the fluid storage disk we can store it and send it into the fluid encapsulator to put it in bottles or whatever we want to do. Okay, we'll need Constantin gears and brewing stand. We better teach this thing how to make blaze rods, huh? Alright. Now we do want to set the importer to do fluids. Right? And we should have some integral components to throw in there. Make it a little better. Alright. Now what we're going to want is not that. We'll work backwards here. We're going to want health shelves. And we're going to teach this thing how to make nether bricks the cheapo way. Now potion of regen. With our fluid encapsulator, we could take just 250 of the liquid, quarter of a bucket, combine it with a bottle, and we're good to go. Let's get that over here before I forget what I'm doing. But the potion of regen, to actually get this liquid, we need awkward potion and a gas tier. That'll give us a bucket. So that'll give us 4 potions per gas tier. So there's an improvement. The awkward potion, of course, we're going to need water and nether wart. We got plenty of nether wart. So we'll just throw these 2 up here. And let's see if we can just straight up make 17 health shelves. We forgot to teach it how to make gas tiers. We have the seeds, so it shouldn't be a big deal. There we go. Alright, let's try that again. Can't spell. This is what she missed in all that video I didn't get. No, I'm kidding. Not really. So it's going to go ahead. It's going to make the awkward potions. It's going to make, we want 20 rounds, so it only has to do 5. Pretty good. Now the awkward potion is just going to collect in here. Might even be up there already, or in the crafter or something. But this will get us our health shells. Crying out loud, these guys. Alright, we got an enchantment room. This is just spirit fire. It seems to burn forever. We got our library back. We're starting to catch up to where we were in the last world. Now I moved my villagers down to another room across from the enchanting room. I want to make a converter. Now these turn villagers into... what are we missing here? We're missing rotten flesh. These will turn villagers into zombie villagers and back. You've got to feed it golden apples and potions of weakness, so it's not super overpowered, but we will have to teach this thing how to make golden apples. Alright, we got enchanting over here. We got villagers over here using redwood and jacaranda. It's okay. We won't be spending a whole ton of time here, so should be fine. We're gonna go ahead and take the converter. Put it right up there. Now we'll throw the apples in, we'll throw 2 potions in. We're gonna have a chest for more potions. Now let's say there's a price we want to lower, like feather falling. We can just take this guy out. Throw him in here. And we'll see him get converted into a zombie villager, and then he'll get deconverted. And he'll end up in there. And now after running him through, we got feather falling down to 17. We're gonna lower it even more. Let's have a potion throw in there. He's got my mending guy in there now. I think we finally might have 100% silver. Yeah, very good. We'll want to switch them out for gold bees, but for now, we're going to go ahead and make the honey treat. Put it in there with an egg. Alright. It made a silver bee spawn. Weird. Oh, right, I did the silver bee spawn egg is what I wanted. Right. Now we only came up with 5 Easneamore, but with the Crusher Spirit, which is the only way to increase this apparently now. Got it. That's our prosperity block. There's our bee. The block must be in our system over here. I didn't even make it yet. Alright. Now we're gonna get our miner back. Now here's a break. It looks like the bee gives us full ingots. So that's nice. And the miner, let's see if there's anything different here. Probably not, but miner we begin in Azaveus is over here. Level 1. And we got everything we need. A little more Easneum. 3 for the pick. For the second tier. Here in Strigior's Higher Binding. Now we're going to need an Echo Shard to do the next tier. So I am going to go looking for an Ancient Compass. And I'm going to do that in the Twilight. Now you've all seen me do the Twilight 100 times. We'll hit the highlights. So we're just going to take a 2x2 of water here. And I don't know if it just needs flowers like that or all the way in. Nope, you only need 8. Here we go. So, what we're doing out here, I'm hoping to find some chests that are like dungeon chests, because we can find a compass called an Ancient Compass. Only in dungeon chests. It will point the way towards an ancient city. Oh, flight's disabled. That's gonna make this, a little trickier. That's okay. Alright, we got the map. Let's see. Looks like our best bet is kind of off this way. It's easy enough to find the Naga lair. This fight shouldn't be too hard. Where is she? Alright, she's not so tough. There we go. One more shot. Come on. There we go. Now, the way this works now, if you haven't been to the Twilight, what the heck? That's not normal. That noise tells you that chest spawned. And this is where you get the trophy head. So let's see, is there... Okay, I don't see a lich, but I do see a large treasure hill, and I got a use for one of those. So since this isn't gonna be just trivial to go through and loot, since we don't have fight, I am gonna show one thing that you could do in the early game if you happen to come here and you have a digital miner. These treasure hills are full of ore. And I think we have energy cube. Let's okay. Outputting. I just set up a tag for all ore. And we're going to see what we get here. Should be just a lot of vanilla stuff. Lapis. Now we'll need fancy things to make a structure compass. We can't just get a structure compass. But what we could do is we could look for deep dark. Okay, there's one very far away. Okay. It's like we're right on top of it. Of course, we're way up at Y125. So when I say on top, I do mean on top. Okay, we found deep dark. That's for sure. Question is there more of it? Is there something down here? That could be a dungeon right there. Alright. I think we're just gonna keep heading down. Oh yeah, there we go. More deep dark. That's for sure. Will we find an ancient city? There's shriekers. I'm gonna take some. Or sensors, I should. That's darkness. Okay, we gotta be careful. What's that? Just a big cave? I don't know. Oh, we found a dungeon. Sounds like a zombie dungeon. That explains where all those zombies are coming from, huh? Let's see if we can... Oh, there's a whole party. And you? And you? Hurry up, fellas. I want to see what's in this chest. Alright. Some more. Alright, let me deal with all these. Okay, here's hoping. I don't see one in this chest. Do you see some garnets? What else do we have? Little chelicari? Random things. Not in this one. Oh, there's some arcane crystal ore at last. That'll come in handy. Alright, we found another deep dark with another zombie dungeon. I'm seeing Brigmy tokens. They look different. All stuff we kinda need, but... Oh... That's nerve-wracking. Oh, here it comes! Oh, for crying out loud. Let's get out of here. Okay, like a warden got on to us. It's been, been that kind of time. I can still hear him up there. So, we've actually run up to a roadblock. And that's good. That means we're starting to catch up to where we were in the last world. Now, we did complete some quests. Let's cash them in. And, see if we got anything worth writing home about. A couple of heads, some blaze rods. Looks like some of these might be choices. So we got some steak. We got a sink. That's not bad. What else do we have here? Can I just grab these? Not really. Okay, waystones. Everybody loves waystones. Some drawers. We'll use them. Iron furnace. That's okay. A few more over here. Got megatorch. Always need megatorches. Is there something else? Yeah. I got hopper botany pot. Now I have started messing around with Croptopia. There's, it's a lot like Pam's, really. Like, you use the cooking pot, but it doesn't get consumed in the recipes. And there's, various tools. I'm looking here at this apple pie, right? Now we'll need dough. These water bottles are pretty cheap. It's 1 bucket per. So we won't end up with 64 buckets. And we don't have to make like a huge... Crying out loud. Okay, Gary. Good job anyway, Gary. I was wondering if Gary was doing anything. Let's go take a look. Alright, Gary. Good work. Maybe some of these others will start doing some stuff too. Anyway, there is some multi-step stuff, and the bottles are one of them. There's also milk bottles like this, and of course we can craft that with the mystical agriculture stuff. And, there's flour, and you get the idea. And you know what I think I'd like to do? I think I'd like to make some crafter managers. One for up here, and one for the kitchen. These will allow you to access all of your crafters. Oh, we want them. Here we go. Alright, there they are. I'll put one right up here. And you can see we've got, all of the crafters that we have access to. Pretty good. Alright. Starting to look fancy down here. Now I can do all the cooking recipe programming that we want to do. So, we can get echo shards from the laser drill from industrial, so we're going to get back on the road to pink slime. We got a dissolution chamber, we've got plenty of latex, so should be able to get started. We're going to need these baby separators again. It's all, we built one of these in the last world. I'm just going to get it set up. Now we're going to be going super simple with this, just 3x3 boxes. So we should only need a +1 ranged add-on. We'll get one in the animal baby separator, make sure it's facing the right direction. Very good. Let's get the other stuff set up. I don't know if I mentioned, I fired the cowboy. There were cows just everywhere. It was bad news. They will serve us better in here. Boy, these guys. I swear they didn't used to be so sensitive. There we go. Now let's go ahead. We've got some wheat up here in the feeder already. Where's our energy cube? I'll bet it's in here. Okay, we got a little more wheat. Why not? Just gonna be cows. All we need is wheat. We'll pop that down. We'll set this to extract. And these should all start getting power. Then we should start collecting fluids back here. Now another thing we need to replace, is our power infrastructure. So I'm gonna get cracking on that. Now we're gonna want seeds. And we're gonna need 36 blocks of energized steel, which will be 18 gold, 18 iron. Now these guys have been going for a little bit. Okay, we have some pink slime, and we have some liquid meat. So let's put one drawer down. That'll fill with the meat. This will fill with the slime. Let's lock them. Very good. And we got another one of these little setups. And we got pink slime to work with. Come on. Killing me. Alright, we're not making this today. Alright, we gotta head back to the deep dark. We're gonna see if we can find some aluminum. It's gonna be... Yikes. It's gonna be a little chancy. Aluminum looks a lot like gold. We got any shriekers around here? We could probably stand to get like night vision, couldn't we? Now what's this? Probably nickel or uranium. It's uranium, okay. Alright. Hunt's on. Found another dungeon. Let's see. Anything good? Flawed holy gem. Come on, compass. Oh, could it be this huge glowing stuff over here? It probably is. Of course, now we got a warden to deal with. Where is he? I don't know if the light is distracting to it. Has any idea? Yeah, it could be that brightly glowing ore, huh? Come crying out loud. Sniffity sniff. Show yourself. Not with his darkness. You can't mine it anyway. Dear, oh dear. He's like right over here. Where is he? I would like to kill it. Oh, there he is. Yeah, we're just kind of plinking over here. And we had a rather close call. Okay, we're gonna need better pick minimum. So we're gonna need better tools. That much is obvious. I think we're gonna start with some crimson steel. That'll allow us to get some azure electrum. We'll just take 3 of these. Now you'll find the azure silver around in the end. To make the azure electrum, we'll need 4, so we'll need 12 total. It's not very much. We'll find that in no time. Oh, we can make seeds from the ingots. That'll be fine. Okay, 1 azure electrum pick. This will be harvest level 5, so hopefully we'll be able to harvest all the modium with it. And it got me. That's all our first death in this world. Alright, thank goodness for the key. Oh dear. Got all darkness. Alright, I think we're gonna call it here. We've definitely found the spot where we need to, that's the plug right there, is the deep dark. So, And we're gonna work on replacing some more infrastructure and gearing up for that, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.